So
Our next two guests are track stars. Are they as big as Hirsch Walker? No, but do they run faster? Probably in the 400.
yes, I'm sure they could be Herschel.
And they are engaged. Eli Hazlett and Sami Oblad are here. What's up, guys?
How's it going?
Good to have
be
you.
here.
Sammy, you're here every couple weeks. You're a familiar face here.
Does she come in every time she breaks a record?
Yes.
Because you're going to be in here almost every other week,
I think so,
right?
which is pretty awesome.
If that's what's going on, right?
And Eli, first time, welcome.
I started feeling left out, so I had to be
Right?
here.
You're like, hey,
Come
wait a
on, do
minute.
something big.
So let's talk about you two first. You both run the 400. You're the record holder, indoor, outdoor at BYU. You got what, number 2?
Number 2 indoor, number 2 outdoor, I think.
Come on, that's pretty good. Did you guys meet running the 400? You run the same event? Like, what's the story here, Eli?
How it started was like 2.5 years ago. We had some coaching issues, and her group that was with another coach joined ours, and we started working out together, and that's basically
That was the introduction?
The introduction, yeah.
How long did it take, Sammy, before you were like, hey, let's talk some more?
Not very long. No, it was pretty quick. It was pretty natural from the beginning, and it made it easy that we were kind of similar interests, doing the same things, spend a lot of our time doing the same things. So it made it pretty easy from the get-go.
So obviously you train together, which is great. Got to know each other that way. So you have these same interests on the track. As you're training together and having conversations, do you discover that, wait, we like all the same things off the track too? Mm-hmm. Is that how it all came together? And what are some of the things you do when you're not running track together?
One of the funny stories she likes me to tell her is the first time she caught my eye, it was because of what she was wearing. And she was wearing all these outdoorsy clothes and this outdoorsy backpack in the middle of a crowd of what I would call city folk. And so I was like, I like that one. I like that one.
Them city slickers, right?
City slickers.
So you're from Moab, which is obviously a tourist destination and amazing. What's it like growing up in Moab?
It was fantastic. It's the dream. It was a little bit different for me because my parents run a river company down there, and so that's just what the family did every summer.
You did it too?
Still do it now.
Yeah.
Every summer we go down. So it was a little different, but it was great. It's a great
Awesome.
place.
And then small town Stansbury Park and thereabouts, right?
Yep.
Do you bond over small town stuff? Is that a thing?
I think so. I think actually quite a bit, because it's similar enough upbringings that it's a small crowd. You know your community pretty well, and it's different growing up in that kind of environment. So.
And Eli said you had on outdoorsy stuff.
I think I had a bright orange backpack on, so I don't know whose eye that wouldn't catch.
Yeah, are you into that? Like, do you like to hike and mountain bike and do all of those things? And is that what you guys like to do together when you have spare time?
Yeah, we hike quite a bit. We have a cute dog that likes to go hiking with us.
Are you running? Are you walking?
No, we're walking.
Okay. I was just gonna say,
slow,
just
too.
didn't know as runners. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I wasn't into mountain biking before, but Eli's gotten me into it since, and we go biking together. We hike, get on the river together.
So you're together off
A great
the track.
Utah couple.
Yeah. And then on the track, how much do you get to train together a lot? And what's that like to train with each other? Train with somebody that you. Yeah, I mean, you love your teammates, but this is a different kind of love. Right? You guys are getting there's love, and there's love. You love
Less
your teammates,
platonic.
and then there's love, right?
Yeah.
So this is love, right? So what's it like to be, off the track together, but then to train together with somebody that you actually love?
It's pretty fun. I think as I've thought about what has made us so successful in the recent months, recent years, I think that plays a big part in it, because all of our energy, all of our investments are into track, and that is simultaneously investing in each other, because we do the same workouts, same lifting, same routine. So at the same time, we're totally bought into track, because that's buying into each other, basically.
And 400. It's if you were the mile and she was 100. I don't know if it'll work out. Yeah, exactly. Okay, let's talk about setting breaking your own record, right? 50:49 in the 400 over the weekend, and it's in the middle of kind of high school races too. So there's a big crowd. What was that like?
It was funny. The nerves that I was experiencing before that were taking me back to high school. I was like, oh, this is the high school nerves that I'm feeling. I'm running the BYU invite. But it was kind of silly, that feeling of, oh, this big crowd, all these high schools around. But it ended up being kind of the perfect storm of having people cheering us on the entire way around the track. I had people yelling at me from literally the fence that goes all the way around. There were people cheering for me, and it was an exciting crowd to do it in. We both had family there, which was awesome. And then the weather couldn't have been more perfect. So
when it's a day like that and you think, man, it's a great crowd here. Man, the weather feels good. I feel good today. Did you have in your mind, I might go break my own record today? Did you think that when you lined up to go? Did you think I could do this today?
Like 5 minutes before the race, I went over to my coach and I said, Kyle, am I PRing today? Like, is today a day that I should expect to like do something nice? And he just kind of laughed. He's like, yeah, yep.
So your expectation was, I think I'll go break my own record today. You thought you would. And then you don't really know. I noticed as I watched you finish the race, as I watched the highlight of the race, you kind of, it didn't flash up on the board immediately. And then it did, and you realized that you broke it. What's that feeling like to say, I think I'm going to do this. I'm the baddest person on this track right now. I think I'm going to do this. And then look up and see the score, see the time and go, what's that feel like?
Well, I was expecting to break the record, but not by that much. I was thinking like, oh, I'll go 51.5, right? It'll be a nice little break. I'll be happy with that. So it was quite a shock to see that 50 point come up.
What was the margin of record here? A second or two, right?
1.3.
Which is massive.
In the 400, that's giant. Eli can attest to that,
no,
right?
It's a jump. No, it was a shock. I was pretty ecstatic. It doesn't set in. It still doesn't set in. If someone asks me what I run, I'll say, oh, I run like a 53. So
like, nope, 50,
no,
49.
You run under 51. That's nuts.
And it was amazing because Carter Cutting's running the mile in an amazing time. Lexi Alliday-Lowry is crushing it. Like, there was a lot of momentum kind of as a team. Eli.
Yeah.
How did that play into things for everybody else?
Yeah, for me, in the video, in her video, as she crosses the finish line, the time goes up on the board. You can see me smile and kind of go like this because I was like, it's about to go down. Like, the track is hot. I knew, yeah.
So you must have been feeling good that day as well. You ran the second fastest 400-meter time in program history, same meet, right? Your feelings before, did you feel like she did? Did you think
you knew it right away too? And there's Sami supporting you.
Exactly. Did you feel like it's going down there? I'm running a great time today.
Yeah, I knew I'd never broken 46. I never run 45. I knew I was going to because it's 2 days before we had a 4x4 and I ran a 45.6 or something on the lead leg. So I knew it was going to go down. And all of my teammates, Josh, Trey, it just depends on the day of who's going to get the race, and we all want it just as bad as the other. And it literally just depends on the day of who comes out on top. But it's really fun to race with those guys. It's hard not to run fast with those guys.
That's
chasing
awesome.
You.
What's the time for number one, and how close are you?
45.1, so just barely. And he was one of my teammates my freshman year, so I look up to him big time.
Can you get that?
I'm pretty confident I can.
There you go.
You got a couple more races too, including the Big 12 championships.
Yeah.
So kind of walk us through what the expectations are coming up at Kansas, May 15th through the 17th.
Conference is fun because it's championship season. You're getting into championship season, but a lot of us have our eyes set on regionals and nationals. So it's kind of fun to just go out there, and it's not that it doesn't matter, but our focus is on something else. So we can go out there and run whatever we want. I see it as kind of like training. Like, I'm training for more competition and more championship season, but that's how I feel about it.
So you're both seniors, getting married in July. And then what? Like, we know that's the big thing on the horizon. What about with your track careers and those kinds of things? What's next for you as you pass from BYU?
I think a lot of it is still being figured out. We're not 100% sure on things. Track-wise, I think we'll take whatever opportunities are thrown our way, but we haven't really figured out too much down the road past July so far.
Let's be honest, that's the main focus. What day in July, by the way?
17th, right?
17th. July's a great month to get married.
Yeah. And Jarom and I got married a long time ago, but we have great advice for you.
Okay.
And that is, it's her day 100%. Whatever she says.
I thought I was getting married
too.
Nope, it was my wife's wedding.
You don't just
I was a means to an end.
You don't have to have an opinion. You don't have to have anything. You go along with whatever she says. You live happily ever after.
They still ask me for my opinion, though.
I'm not sure why. That's very nice.
That's nice. It's a token. It's a token ask.
Yeah.
This is her day, and you fall in line, and everything will be great. That's our advice to you.
You party with the boys.
That's how you stay married 42 years, and Jarom for how many now?
13
years. That's how you do it right there. It's her day.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's actually been 14.
Wow, there you go.
Yeah. Okay, well, thanks for coming in. Best of luck at the Big 12 Championships, and congratulations on all this.
Amazing.
Yeah.
We're proud of you guys. Way to go.